What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another video by me, Tina.
OG K-pop STAN since 1998.
So this is part 3 of my 3-part thing of album listen for Stray Kids' NOEASY album. That sounded very weird, but I hope y'all get what I mean. And as I've mentioned in part 2, since this is like the second and third part, I'm not gonna add the whole, quick pause and, like, subscribe. I hope y'all get the vibe already. So let's not kill my vibe of checking out the album and continue. I mentioned how the first part, let me pull this off before I feel like I'm screaming. I mentioned how the first part of the album, I felt very hype, very sweaty, very just crazy. And then the second part was a nice cool down, different kind of emotions, kind of feeling. And yeah, so the last songs that I have left is Red Lights, remember the video, Red Lights, Surfing, and Gone Away. I'm not gonna be doing Wolfgang and mixtape O or A, whatever, however you want to say it, because of the fact that I've already had reactions for those. But yeah, let's go ahead and finish off strong with these 3 songs, and then I will give my little overall review how I feel about the album. Although I'm pretty sure y'all know damn well already how I feel about the album. So yeah, let's go ahead and finish off strong with this third part. So let's start with Red Lights. So here we go.
I cannot breathe without you being right by my side. I'll die. So
oh my god.
Please come over closer, hold me tight.
Excuse me?
There's no answer. I really wanna know.
Ooh. Ooh.
Lost control. I'm going crazy now.
Oh, this guitar.
알잖아 널 가만히 둘 수 없는 걸. 알잖아 널 가만히 둘 수 없는 걸. 도저히 널 가만히 둘 수 없는. Make you feel my love. 어둠이 두렵는 밤.
It's like the sexy element. Nice little breathy cool down here. Ooh. This is very sexy. Ooh. Ooh. I like the flow. Gosh. I could totally see Hyunjin doing another like dance to this. This freaking guitar. Ooh, ooh. Ooh, strings. I'm hearing strings. Ooh. That definitely had a more mature kind of sound. It came off very kind of artistically sexy. I hope that makes sense. Artistically, is that a word? I kind of forgot right now. Artistically, I think so. It definitely had a lot of very nice, like, roller coaster kind of feels, because you're first hearing like doom ta, and then the guitar, and then you hear the dun dun dun. The strings are whatever that was that I heard. And then when it gets right into like right before the chorus, you hear like their vocals saying the flow, and it goes to it's just a lot of just ups and downs, up and downs, ups and downs. It kind of like just makes my heart feel like it's like quickening and then slowing at the same time. It's a lot of like play there with my heartstrings. Okay, yeah, that was definitely more of the sexy-ish side, and I can totally see Hyunjin doing it at a dance piece, although I would love to see like Chan and Hyunjin just do a piece together on stage with this. That would definitely be very lovely for us stage. So alright, let's go ahead and move to surfing. Da, 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 baby. I've learned that dance. That dance is so freaking fun to do, and I was watching this video all the time. I really love Felix's little na 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 na. It's just so cute. Yeah, and I really love that these three are together. I have mentioned in my Unveil reaction that Changbin and Lino are very sassy, strong characters, and Felix is like the baby chick. So it's nice to like, you know, neutralize Lino and Changbin's craze with Felix's cute. So it's like even. So yeah, let's go ahead and go surfing, shall we? This makes me feel like I feel like I'm about to like play Mario Kart.
And it's out of time. Always saying I'm fine, but it's just a lie. All my sweat like tears dripping till it's gone. I got 99 problems, but they say I won.
This is so fun.
Getting cleansed by the sea breeze. I can
by the sea breeze.
Can you teach me how to live life fully?
Yes! Can you teach me how to live life fully? I can't help but want to do the dance every time I hear this part. This is such a fun, addicting song. You just feel like you want to be cheesy almost. Okay, Changbin. Oh. There's just so much character in their voices in the song. Isn't the song so damn cute and fun? This is such a dancey song. Obviously, when we saw the Unveil video, we knew that this song was just going to be freaking fun. It already screamed in the video. Obviously, the video, the setting of them being in the pool and just that whole bright set and all these colors definitely matches the whole feel of Surfin'. I figured Surfin' was going to like have the whole, you know, the chorus part pretty much be the structure of the song, and they would have their moments of verses within the song. And just this album has been so far like this, like a freaking wave in the ocean, and the ocean is life to me. All right, and I like the whole split, like, you know, Chan, Hyunjin, and then Lino, Changbin, Felix, and then it's an interesting split. Like I had mentioned, I never thought of putting Lino, Changbin, and Felix together. But Han Seungmin and Ian for Gone Away, which is our last but not least song for this whole album listen thing, that makes total sense. Especially with how interesting their voices are. Like, I feel like Ian has totally grown, completely grown from the whole survival show days. Seungmin has also definitely matured. I don't know if they filmed or recorded this like after Kingdom or during Kingdom, but I feel like they've just grown after their whole Kingdom experience. But like I said, I could be wrong. They could have recorded this before. Either or, nonetheless, they're obviously growing. And we already know Han is just crazy, crazy talented. It's like, there's like almost nothing that he can't do. So, yeah, let's go ahead and finish off strong with Gone Away. So, and I remember Gone Away, like kind of almost sad drama-ish. So, yeah, let's go ahead and get right with it. Damn.
그 시간 속에서 운명이라 믿었던 바람조차 이젠 소용없는데 엉켜버린 널 찾던 내 맘도 사라졌어. Gone away, gone away. 더 이상 잡을 수도 없을 것 같아.
Oh, Ian.
어질러진 기억 속에서는 지울게. 가장 아픈 너의 흔적을 태우고 다 날려 애써 나도 아무렇지 않은 척해 그렇게 무너져버린 그 시간 속에서 운명이란 믿었던 바람조차 이젠 소용없는데 엉켜버린 널 찾던 내 맘도 사라졌어. Gone away, gone away. 더 이상 잡을 수도 없을 것 같아. 바라볼 수밖에 없다.
Wow.
부서져버린 기억들 바닥에 떨어져 자꾸만 베이고 상처가 다시 아물지를 않는다.
Nice harmony.
어떻게 해야 할지도
Nice placement for harmony. Woohoo!
아무 사이 아니었을 뿐인데 맘을 삼켜봐도 애써봐도 아픔도 나니까 무너져버린 그 시간 속에서 운명이라 믿었던 바람조차 이젠 소용없는데
This sounds so sad.
널 찾던 내 맘도 사라졌어. Gone away, gone away. 더 이상 잡을 수도 없을 것 같아. 남은 게 없는데
Ooh, the strength.
시간이 가도 아파만 오는데 너와 함께 했던 그 시간들이 그저 모든 게 전부 가볍게 털어낼 수 있는 감정은 아니잖아. 이걸 어떻게 아무리 채우려 해도 슬퍼지잖아. 네 맘을 어떻게 아무 일 없었던
Nice.
듯이 떠나보내. 돌아서도 결국 다시 생각나는데 무너져버린
Oh.
시간 속에서 운명이란 믿었던 이 모든 걸 애써 외면해본다. 네 곁에서 머물 수 없었던
Oh my god.
아물게. Gone away, gone away. 이런 날 봐도 넌 다 모를 테니까.
Wow. That felt so sad. Even without me knowing what it's about yet. So sad. Definitely had the drama feels. It's like one of those songs I know that if and when things are safe for concerts to happen again, and if I were to be in the crowd just listening to them singing this with my lights and shit, like I would definitely be crying, like bawling my eyes out. Okay, then after Gone Away, there's Wolfgang. We know Wolfgang's like, then it ends off with O or A. So that's a very nice mix of an album. That's why I say that this album makes me feel like an ocean, because those who pay attention to the stuff that I always talk about, I always refer to the ocean as life, symbolically, because in the ocean there's a lot of waves. You know, you either flow with the waves, or if you want to stop with what life is trying to do, you know, the waves will crash into you and you will sink and drown, metaphorically. So this album definitely gave me a lot of life, because there's so many different emotions that I felt in the beginning. I needed my little stupid fan to like calm me down because I was getting way too hyped. Then it went into the whole slow down mode, giving me a lot more different of the whole like sad, cool tone genres. Then it goes like the quick into like the quick sexiness of Red Light, and then the Servant, the whole fun, and then goes into Gone Away and goes into Wolfgang, hype again, and goes into A. So yeah, it's a lot of different this. So that's why I'm saying the album gives me life, and I refer to it as an ocean because of the waves in the ocean. All these songs are like little waves of life for me. All right, I'm gonna do a really quick look into the lyrics first to see if I want to say anything about that. So give me 1 second. All right, so I just went through the lyrics, the translations, while hearing the song over again. And I wrote down notes in my AT's notebook of all things. So yeah, I'm gonna try to not make this too long because I don't want it to be like a super long thing, but I do want to point out certain things that I felt about the songs I just checked out now. So with Cheese, I just really love the whole kind of smack talk that they're doing, but a smack talk in a way like where they're like, they deserve to do it because of all the noise that's been thrown their way, talking about their noise. How I mentioned about the whole noises and everything earlier somewhere in my video. I love the whole side effects and God's menu reference. I didn't realize that the first time, but when I read the translations, like the whole, do you think my head hurting or my headache is funny? Do you think, you know, this, it's like a lot of nice little references to being like, you know, you think my shit is funny, you think my things are noise, whatever. The part where they were talking about, or I think it was Han's part where he was like speaking about tongue shotgun. I found that so damn interesting because it's like one of the things I really praise about Stray Kids, especially 3RACHA, is their whole like double entendre kind of thing, and him saying like, my weapon here is my lyrics, what I speak, what I spit. I'm gonna pull up Eminem, one of Eminem's, Eminem, I hope y'all know the rapper Eminem. One of his songs that makes me think of like how I feel about Stray Kids. Hold on real quick. So it's Eminem's song called The Ringer, where the song was like, where it was like his like a shot back at all the people that were talking smack about him. Part of the lyrics where he says, they asked if I'm linked to terrorists. I said only when it comes to ink and lyricists. And he says, my beef is more media journalists, like saying that my beef is towards the media, the journalists that talk about him. Then he says again, I said my beef is more meaty. A journalist can get a mouthful of flesh. And yes, I mean eating a P word. But yeah, so I like the whole different meanings that he's saying my beef is more media journalist, and he says my beef is more meaty, because I don't know if y'all are familiar with the phrase, you know, when, like, let's say you're gossiping, right? And you're getting to, like, the most juiciest part of the gossip, you say, like, and here's the meat of the story. Because that's, like, the more interesting part, the best part. So, just things like that. Eminem's lyrics, Stray Kids lyrics, even just reading the translation, I'm sure that there's, like, certain meanings that's, like, in Korean language that once I read the translation or I read the explanation of that, it'll make me more mind-blown. But, yeah, that's the vibe that I felt from hearing Cheese. And same thing with Domino and Sick, they all had kind of like that, just, I deserve to talk back at y'all. Kind of like how I feel with Eminem's lyrics. So what did I write for Domino? I really love the whole do re mi part, the scale, using that metaphor to talk about how like I'm only traveling up higher. I measure up with my music, so I like that whole do re mi, you know, scale thing that they were saying. I like the whole I wrote that like the meaning of like kind of like the vibe of like let's all follow each other with like this whole ignition kind of thing. Like we need to ignite power together. And this one, whenever Hans spoke about how like him being taught one thing meant a million things with just one single note. I'm pretty sure that means even more if you like understand Korean words and the way it's worded, but I found it interesting that he says, you know, I learned one, I show out a million with one single note. It like goes back from one to million to single note. Single note could be anything. It could be like, okay, I like this, okay, or nodding like you can nod to the beat of like what they do. It's like back to the whole double meaning what I say about Stray Kids. Same thing I wrote with Sick. I said the same thing, double meaning all over the place, confidence all over the place. Okay, and then The View. When it got to The View, it's like everything that I said and felt about The View was exactly like how the lyrics kind of portrayed. The lyrics are very organic. And I love the metaphor behind what was that part? The part where the lyrics say like the whole, the wind was taking me from the east to west. I'm thankful for the branches to catch me, to pull me in. Or I just like the metaphor there because it's like saying the wind taking you east to west. It's kind of like you kind of like going all over the place with emotions or, you know, your mental state. But then the branches, branches are from a tree. Tree is from the ground, rooted. So it's like something that's rooted kind of pulls you back from the wind, kind of traveling you back and forth. And I like The View right now. Like, I really like that. It's really great lyrics and just great metaphor. I'm all about metaphors. Okay, yeah, and Sorry I Love You, definitely how I felt. The translation is very vulnerable and very real. And I like that they are showing that because a lot of people in this world are so scared to own up vulnerability, which there's nothing wrong with that. We're humans. We are allowed to do that because once you make a recognition and awareness to something that you'd like to fix, then you'll fix it if that's what you want to fix. And even if you don't want to fix it, at least giving recognition to who you are at least makes you feel confident enough to move forward because you're comfortable with who you are. Yeah, Silent Cry. I remember, I think I said that song was the experimental one, and the reason why I said that was because there was like a part in the lyrics where it sounded like the beginning of Rugrats, if y'all remember Rugrats, the cartoon. And it went through so many different sounds and things. That's why I said it was experimental. And now reading the translation, it sounds like it's the experimental stuff is kind of representing somebody who has like a very chaotic mind. And from the perspective of the lyrics, it's like someone talking to the person with the chaotic mind, which kind of makes sense with the whole experimental sounds. And the whole silent cry, it's like somebody who's suffering in silence, you know? And the song is kind of like, or the perspective from the lyrics are like, you know, I'm here for you. You don't have to like drown in this corner on your own, you know, I'm here for you. So I really like that meaning there, obviously. Secret Secret, also another vulnerable, very vulnerable song. Kind of felt very lonely, just really expressing how you feel, but also being aware of, hey, at least this is what it is. And, you know, the whole part about, I think it was like, even with the ground, when it dries up or with the ground, flowers bloom again. Like, at least there's recognition to you being so down, but there's also recognition for moving forward. Because once you go down, there's no other way than to go up. Y'all know I always talk about the balance of life. All right, then Red Lights. That translation was very interesting because remember the video or the teaser, the unveil, the whole chains thing. It felt like a very kind of dominance kind of feel. And reading the translation of Red Lights from the perspective of the lyrics, it's like someone who's very dependent on the other person or something else. And that's why it makes sense, the whole kind of dominance feel that I felt with the whole unveil thing. And it's like the perspective from the lyrics, whatever they're in, whether it's like their partner or they're talking to a friend or a support system or something, it almost sounds like a kind of just something that's unhealthy for them, almost toxic, because they seem so dependent on them. And when they say they don't have this person or this element that helps them stay centered, and when they close their eyes, they see red. And you know, like the whole phrase, when you see red, you're kind of like out for metaphoric murder. You know, when you do the whole bull thing, you do the red flag, they come at you. There's just something about red. I hope y'all don't feel like y'all are coming at me because I'm wearing red and there's like red, but y'all get what I mean. Surfing. That one was very interesting because how I talked about how it's like very happy sounding. The lyrics are talking about like, where that surfing came off very like a detox kind of feel. The whole line of the whole, you know, I have 99 problems, but the C ain't one. Because he spoke about how they stress, there's tears, this and that, they sweat because of stress, and they're like, all right, I need to take a chill break. So I like the metaphoric use of tears, sweat, because that's like, you know, that's moisture. C, that's moisture. But tears and sweat, that's like the stressed part. The C is like the detox part, the surfing part. So I thought that was really cool. And oh yeah, and then Changbin's line, the whole ice cream line. I knew that he was kind of going somewhere with that. I thought it was interesting, like in his part, how he said, all right, I need to melt off my stress. I have an ice cream. I'm barely halfway eating it, and it melted. It sounds like a literal thing, but I feel like he's like saying kind of like the ice cream is like a symbolic for trying to cool down, trying to find some kind of chill. But sometimes it's hard to chill all the way because your stress level kind of comes back up. I just found that kind of wordplay very interesting. And the last but not least song that I listened to was Gone Away. It's all definitely very as sad as I thought. It sounds like somebody who is like totally in their grief process, like they lost this person or this part in their life that's definitely not going to be there anymore, and they're just grieving. And I also enjoy that. And I don't enjoy their grief, but I enjoy the fact that they're allowing themselves to grieve, because if you need to feel sad, if you need to grieve, you need to let yourself grieve, because things don't last forever in life. Whether it's a good thing, a bad thing, whatever thing, they don't last forever. But you can't move forward if you don't let life flow. So yeah, I like that one of their songs is like symbolic or speaking about someone who seems like they're in like this grief process. Yeah, hopefully this video's not gonna be too long. And if it is, I hope y'all stays are cool with it, because I was really, really impressed with this album. Probably even more than the last album that I checked out. It's a lot of human in it, as usual with Stray Kids songs. But it's like the more older they get, or the more they go through in this like idol life of theirs, the more different kind of meanings come out of their words, and different sounds and experimental stuff. And I like that they're a lot more confident to like throw their shots through their music, mount shotgun, just stuff like that. Stray Kids, gosh, y'all are freaking amazing. I don't know if they ever watch, like, especially my reaction video, because my reaction videos don't really come up with the Stray Kids reaction stuff. But if y'all happen to ever see this, thank you so much for making songs that are not only freaking mind-blowingly badass, but songs that all of us can relate to any stage in our lives, to help us flow, surfing, but flow with the ocean of life. Alright guys, well thank y'all so much for checking out this super long video with me. I hope y'all have a great day, and until the next one coming up, peace.